Good morning, everybody. Today is November 21st, 2022. I guess it's the seventh session, seventh week. Buddhism 201, Introduction to Buddhist Meditation. So I hope everyone is doing great. So remember last week we were discussing about the Zen practice, Zen meditation. And today we are going to focus on our lecture on another brand. The word brand might not be a correct one. Another stream of meditation, Buddhist meditation. You already know the word Vipassana. Vipassana means the usual English translation is insight meditation. Insight, I-N-S-I-G-H-T, insight meditation. Oh, it's now, of course, the word Pali word has become an English term too. Vipassana is now almost like English term. So Vipassana meditation, the word meaning, original word meaning, V means special, super, special kind of, that's the prefix meaning is special. Passana means looking at or seeing. So special seeing, word meaning. What does it mean? It means you are looking at things specially. The way that we look at things is not special. That's the average way of looking at things. But in this practice, in this meditation, you are investigating things in a specific, special way. That is meditation. So that is Vipassana. Remember in one of our classes, in earlier classes, we talked about two traditions in the Buddhist meditation practice, early Buddhist meditation practice. One is called Samatha, concentration, and the other one is called Vipassana or Vidassana. So these two brands, these two branches of Buddhist meditation developed throughout the last 26 centuries. So Vipassana, seeing things as they really are. That is the perfect translation for that word. Looking at things as they really are. When you say as they really are, it means that we are not looking at things as they really are. Average human beings, when we deal in the society, when we do things in the society, in our life, we do not look at things as they are. We see things in a different way. So in Buddhist meditation, the purpose of Buddhist meditation we discussed earlier, to be able to understand things clearly, precisely. So in order to understand things precisely, you have to look at the world in a different way. That is the theory. In other words, in Buddhist teachings, you see that there are three characteristics of existence. Normal people, we believe like everything exists, everything does not change, everything is happy, everything is myself, something like that. We have that kind of notion. Myself, this is my house, this is my computer, this is my phone. So just like that, we always have self-centeredness. According to Buddhism, that's a wrong view, wrong idea. And also we have that things do not change. I can exist like this forever. And everything that I see, that I touch, that comes into contact with me we think that they are not changing. They should stay the same. I should stay the same, as young as I am, even though I'm old. So that's the wrong view that we have. So in this meditation practice, what we are trying to do is to look at things as they are. For instance, you look at your body and you investigate your body and see that things are changing. Things are changing every second. So when you look at that way, when you analyze things in that way, not just your body, every experience that you encounter in your life, everything that you see internally and externally, all these things, if you can have a precise seeing of those things, if you can precisely look at those things, that you see that everything is changing, anicca, impermanent, and everything is suffering. Everything that changes brings suffering. And when there is impermanence and suffering in this world, there is nothing to be taken as mine or me or myself. No self, no unchanging self. So these three things, anicca, dukkha, anatta, impermanence, suffering, and non-substantiality. You have known these words because in previous classes, I have explained these things. So these three characteristics of life, this is the reality. So when you practice Vipassana meditation, when you look at things as they really are, that you realize that everything in this world is just like that. So there is nothing to be elated, being happy, and there is nothing to be attached in this world. That is the purpose of this meditation. You become non-attached to things. Our problem is when we are attached to things, suffering arises, problems all the time. But when you are detached from things, when you have the wisdom arising in your mind, you can see things as they really are. Then you do not get into trouble. Then you do not get into what you may call the attachment. You are not get into troubles because you understand the way things are happening. So in order to in order to bring that understanding into your life, what you need is to see things as they really are. It does not happen in a jiffy, no. It happens over a period of time when you practice by looking at things clearly as they are, then it becomes second nature to you. It is the way that you perceive things, your experiences as well as your responses to those experiences changes, and you become a sort of a person with wisdom and understanding. You become a released person. Another way, the final goal of Buddhism is to become detached from all the sufferings, attachments and things, and eradicate the what you may call the ignorance, and we use the word enlightenment. So enlightenment comes when you get rid of all those negative roots in yourself. So in order to get rid of negative things in your life, you have to see things as they really are. So you have to practice Vipassana meditation for that thing. And throughout the history of Buddhist meditation, some of there is always a division, as I told you, samatha and vipassana, concentration meditation and insight meditation. In some periods, some people influenced, they put more emphasis on samatha, and other times some people put more emphasis on vipassana. But in early Buddhism, what you may find is these two methods are equally important. These two methods are equally important. They go in tandem, that's the word. Just like the two hands, hand by hand, these two support each other. There is no vipassana without samatha. There is no samatha without vipassana. So these two things go in hand, in tandem. And then once you have that ability to see things as they are, once calmness is there, once your mind is calm, concentrated, tranquil, there arises the ability to see things clearly. So ability to see things as they are, that capacity, that it's a marvelous achievement if you have that thing. That comes from a very calm mind, jhana, you call it the word jhana. Remember, Zen started from the word dhyana, right? Calmness, concentration. So when your mind is concentrated, the next step that you are going to achieve is insight. What we need in our life is insight. Deep insight will bring you enlightenment. That is the idea. That is the theory behind this thing. So in the history, in the maybe 19th, 20th century, Vipassana tradition came into limelight. In Burma, some of the teachers, they reinvented the early Buddhist practice of Vipassana, and they made it popular in Burma and elsewhere. And now, after their tradition, Mahasi Sayadaw and many other great teachers, Ajahn Chah and many others in the 19th and 20th century, they popularized this practice among the lay people, monks as well as lay people. Lay people joined a lot for this tradition, and they practice even today. You must have heard the very famous name Goenka. Goenka is one of the people who popularized Vipassana meditation in India as well as here in the West. In the Western world, there are many centers managed by Goenka followers. They have 10-day retreats, 21-day retreats. A lot of people over here, I know personally, a lot of people, they join these meditation retreats. They practice insight meditation. It does not mean that they totally put away samatha. No. It's combined. Samatha and vipassana combined, but they name it as vipassana meditation. And the other very important thing is that this is the Buddhist meditation. Previous meditation, samatha, is not Buddhist. Even though Buddhism is highly influenced by that, Buddhism also borrowed it from the previous tradition, but the Buddha's own invention is vipassana meditation. So this is purely Buddhist invention, vipassana. So in the West, of course, that there are many. In the United States, for example, there are many vipassana meditation centers. as far back as in 1975, 76. Yes, in Massachusetts, the very first Vipassana Insight Meditation Society was started. It's called Insight Meditation Society. If you type it on the internet, you will be able to find more details on that tradition. And afterwards, there are many other centers here in California also, many centers practicing and teaching, study and practice of Vipassana meditation. It has become so popular, and people get a lot of relief out of their, day-to-day sufferings by practicing insight meditation or Vipassana meditation. So this is the most significant thing in the Buddhist meditation, that this is the unique practice in Buddhism. So far we have been discussing different types of meditation. So Vipassana is the real Buddhist meditation, purely Buddhist invention, and it has been practiced now all over the world, many different countries, in many different societies. Even in the West, it has become so popular. So remember that Vipassana means looking at things as they are. That arises out of concentration, out of samadhi. You get the ability to see things as they are. That is the final goal in Buddhism, is to be able to see things as they are, or attain enlightenment. When you see things as they are, life is not problematic. You understand things clearly. You can fathom things easily. You can tackle your mental issues, social issues very easily when you see things as they are. So that is the lecture today. And please do a little research on Vipassana meditation, insight meditation or Vipassana meditation. There are many websites and informative information, a lot of information you can gather from online. Do a little research and be familiar with this tradition, because this is the purely Buddhist, unique to Buddhist practice. Okay. And if you have any question, please feel free to contact me and ask any questions. Thank you very much, and you will get the homework assignment. Please submit your homework assignments, as I have been asking every time, with your name written on the answer paper. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week.